Hello, my name is Emma Fawcett and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in Newton Abbey, Belfast, Northern Ireland. Thank you so much for joining me today on Emma's Crafty Space. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these cute little diagonal pop-up cards. It's actually one of my downloads, Nicola Carson. This was one of her swaps for a team event that we did. And I thought I would come on and do a tutorial because I think they're really cute. So in this one I have used the Love You Always Specialty Designer Series paper. Okay, and you can just see that it all folds into itself just to make that cute little pouch. And then you put your belly band then on there as well. So this one is done in Rococo Rose. And then this one, I have used the designer paper from the Celebration Berry Blessings. So you can see that one's probably a wee bit more different because it's the DSP and this one's double-sided, whereas in that one there it isn't. So again, I just did a coordinating belly band with garden green and just pop that back down. And I've added just a couple of little rhinestones in this one, whereas this one I put a little bit of ribbon on it as well, just to make it a bit more interesting and different. So very cute. You could fold them out and put like a little gift card or a little flat kind of chocolate or something in there. So for this one I'm actually going to be using the Hydrangea Hill DSP or Hydrangea Haven DSP, and I coordinated it with Old Olive. So I'll give you a couple of measurements first, or I'll even do the measurements as in score and everything. So this is your Old Olive card. I'm just bringing in my scoreboard. So it measures 8 inches by 4 inches, and then on the 8-inch side you're going to score with your thin end of your scoring tool. You're going to score at 2 inches and 6 inches. Okay, so set that to the side. Then you've got your DSP, and again, if it's directional, make sure you got it the right way up. And it's measuring 8 by 4 as well. It's the exact same size as your cardboard base, and again you're going to score at 2 inches and 6 inches. And then you're also just going to do a little notch at the 4-inch mark, and then just going to turn it right the way around again and do another little notch in there at 4 inches. Okay, so it just means then that you have a little notch here at 4 inches on top and bottom. Okay, so we'll just put our scoreboard away, and I'm going to bring in my ruler. And this paper is actually quite hard to see where you have notched, but it's just because it's so patterned and very pretty as well. So I know my notch is where my scoring tool is, so I am going to draw a line from here down to this corner like that. Okay, and then from this notch here I'm going to draw do the same thing. So from the notch here, you can use your finger just to feel it. And again, you can do this on your trimmer if you prefer that to doing this method with a ruler. You can use your trimmer. So you have to repeat the same on this other side. So again, I'm just looking for my notch, and I'm going to bring that up to this top corner. Okay, and then turn it and do from here to this corner. Okay, I know it seems a bit random, but it will become clear whenever we are working it all out. So just have a wee look. Even if you want to flip it over, it's a bit easier. I'll let you see it like that. So you can see my 2 X's here, one on this side and then one on this side, and then the original score lines at 2 and 6 inches. Okay, so I'm going to burnish my crease lines. Okay, be careful with this. Obviously you don't want to break your DSP. Even in your scoring process, just be careful, because again you don't want to break the DSP. But I will say to you, if you have lent too hard and it does all start to break, I use a little bit of Scotch tape because it's nice and thin and it's quite pliable. So I would use that just to kind of patch it up or repair it, rather than having to get a whole new piece of DSP, because it's quite a big piece of DSP to be thrown away if you can actually salvage it. So again, we're just scoring these diagonals. Okay. So once you get to this stage, you are then going to, and you can see that's already starting to take shape. So you want to kind of bring these 2 points in on themselves like that, and then just fold it down. Okay, so I'll repeat that on the other side. So you're bringing this side up, but you want these 2 pieces to come in. It will take a little bit of manipulation and time, and even if you have to do one side at a time, don't worry. Push those in, and then you get your diagonal or your diamond score lines. Okay, so then whenever that opens up, it's going to be like that. So once you get it into that shape, it kind of just, that's its memory now. It will just stay like that. So we are going to set this down onto the card, and your glue points then are going to be this big square here, and then these 2 triangles here. So I'm going to start off with this triangle here. Now this will take a little bit of time and patience, because this needs to sit down. Oh, sorry, you might want to burnish these first. Got ahead of myself there. Okay, so that, as I say, this will take a little bit of time. So you want this to go flush to the edge of your card. Okay, like that. So let that come in like that, and then we want to put some glue down on this larger square. Now if you wanted to, you could start off with the center first and put this the glue on here first. I just kind of like start from left and work over to the right. So let that fall down there like that. Okay, so open that out and give it a bit of pressure or guidance there, just into its right place. Okay, so because you want it to kind of like stay on the right lines there, you know, on the edging. Okay, and then your last triangle here. Okay, and again, match it up. Okay, and that is you. So just let that bond a wee bit, and then we can let it all fold in on itself. Now you might get to a stage where you then where you can see that there's a little bit of overhang here. Don't be worrying about that, because whenever your belly band's on, all that is covered. Now you can see there that the DSP's overshooting that a little bit. If you want to, you can then take your snips and just trim that. It's entirely up to you if it's something that really bothers you. This is the problem whenever you are cutting DSP and card, to layer on top of each other, and then obviously you're folding it on themselves, so you can get that, just that little bit of overhang. So if it's something that really bothers you, just snip that off. Okay, I've got sticky fingers. Okay, so I now have 2 pieces of DSP. I'm just making sure they're going in the right direction, and they measure 1 7/8 in width and 3 7/8 in depth. So I'm just going to stick them down to the front panels of the pouch. Okay, just make sure they're going the right direction as to the DSP in the inside. Now you could have stuck these on before you started putting everything inside and getting it all together, but I just put it on here at the end. Okay, and because that's an 1/8 of an inch smaller, then you should have that nice little border all the way around it. Okay, So next step is your belly band. So this measures 1 inch by 9 inches and I've no creases in it because I'm literally just going to wrap it round because I don't want we want it to be able to be a little bit of movement. So try not to do it too tight because you need to be able to slide it on and off, but there does still need to be a little bit of resistance in it. So I'm just letting that open a little bit. Okay, so a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue there, and then just bring the two to meet, but let it open a little bit. Okay, I'm just holding that in place because there is a bit of force from the two sides, the wee flaps underneath, trying to burst open. So I'm just holding that in place while it sticks, and in the meantime I'm going to put in of dimensionals. So 1 over that join even, that will give it that little bit of extra reinforcement. And then I have already punched out my 2 tags. Label Me Lovely and Label Me Pretty, I think the 2 of them's called. I'm just going to set that down again. I've cut it out in Old Olive just for it all to coordinate. And I'm going to stamp a greeting on this one. So these are our greetings. You Make Me Smile looks like quite a nice one. Let me see, I don't know if it'll fit on the tag, but we'll have a look. Maybe just and no more. We'll have a look and see if we can get it on. Okay, so I am going to stamp that in Early Expresso, just because it's a little bit softer than black. So I'm bringing that down, using my grid paper to make sure that I've got it straight. Okay, it just about fits on that tag and no more. And I am going to put a little bit of ribbon on this one. So this ribbon is also from the same suite. I'm just using a glue dot to make a loop with my ribbon. Like that. I love a little loop of ribbon rather than having to mess about and try and get a bow right. Sometimes ribbon, a little lip of it is just enough. Okay, so you can see that. Yep, happy with that. I'm just going to stick mine down flat, but you could use, again, dimensionals for it. And you see the curves just nest inside that bigger tag there. And then I'll maybe put on a couple of the pearls whenever I'm finishing off the outside. So inside still isn't finished. You need 2 more squares. You need a square of Old Olive and a square of Whisper White. So these measure 2 5/8 square, and then 2 1/2 for your white one. Okay, so a little bit of glue in there. This square in the middle. And then your white one is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 inches. And it's going down in the center there too. Okay, now I haven't stamped mine yet because I find it hard stamping it when it's in a diamond. Whereas now that it's in the whole rectangle setting, I think it'll be easier just to get that image stamped into it straight. So again, I'm going to go back to this, and You Make Me Smile, and I'm going to put I Appreciate All the Little Things You Do. Again, Early Expresso. So just right in the center of that. Like that. And hopefully it all closes in on itself nice and tidily and neatly. So you can see there how lovely that is. Okay, and then just slide your belly band down now. And I think I'm going to put a couple of the pearls that coordinate with this suite on the front just to give it a wee bit of a lift. So have this one. Just do that there. Darker purple one. Down. Just remember, if you are going to put any of your pearls down onto the actual wallet itself, they might get caught. So I think I'm just sticking mine with the label. Like that. So that is my little pouch complete. So I'll just open it all out again. You can see it. So very simple, something that is very quick to produce, but looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. So I'll just put all of the 3 designs there and you can see them. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I will list all the materials that I've used in the description, and there's a link to my online store there. If you need any of the supplies, just get in touch or click the link and it'll take you straight through to my online store that's open 24/7. So thank you again for joining me. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.